Now
All
she's
right, folks, we're getting a little bit late here. Nina, can you hear us? You're muted. Nina, we can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted. You're well, folks. There you go. You know it's live. She can't apparently get on, and I'm not sure why. Nina, you're muted. Now I think we can hear you. Can you say something, Nina? Well, okay. I don't know what it is. It's in the air, but hello everybody. How you doing? Much favor and bosto to everyone and big hugs to you. So I don't know what happened to Nina. I thought didn't we hear her just a minute ago? Steve?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I'm trying to like help Nina while you're doing this, and yeah, I think we did. Right, I'm
I thought we did too. Yeah.
sorry. My mind is in a present moment and not thinking of 5 seconds ago, literally.
All right. Well, I'll let you get on mute and see if we can get her, and I'll entertain everyone in the meantime. So let's see. Nina is burning incense. Yes, she does. So hello everybody. Thank you, moderators. It's just we're getting things talking about making things a little bit more interesting, becoming more inclusive. As you know, maybe you don't know this. I see um tarot as being part of divination. And I like how Steve put it. Tarot is mostly designed for the individual. But I also believe that divination as a spiritual gift can be able in a much broader place. And what I want to do in a new direction is to have the panel still in here, but begin to include others, say, for instance, who can actually be seers of a crystal ball. This is part of divination. That thing weighs like about 10 pounds. You know, you have rods that are primarily yes and no. Um, that, and then of course, you know, you got pendulums. There is a number of gifts that I believe that we can include in our Friday get-togethers. I think we can still provide, you know, individually, and I think as well. Uh, oh, she has a new laptop. Okay, so I'm reading the chat in the chat. There you go. That's like the cat in the hat. I don't know how we get that back, but that's how we'll go about that. So anyway, if you know of anyone that has these gifts and these different modalities, please let them get them emailed to me. We'll invite them in on Fridays. And what I'd like to do is just begin to expand this out. I'd like it to begin to look at the world. Listen, folks, we can't pretend. In the Culture Council, they like to pretend. We can't pretend anymore. There's some serious stuff. It's not on the doorstep, folks. It's inside the house. And we should be able to use these modalities to at least get an insight of about this instead of having to deal with a lot of this after the fact. And I know that these gifts and talents are out there, and I'd love to have you come in here and join us. And so think about that, and you know, we'll continue to expand. So I'm gathering Nina is still having issues. It seems to be. Steve, how are you doing?
Me, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
dealing with adjustments with being a door dasher now or whatnot. Exciting news related directly to all this kind of stuff that we do. I started a new rune tarot series on my channel, which it looks like a normal kind of tarot scope where you go through the 12 zodiac signs,
Mhm.
except I designed it for your lunar it's a lunar reading. So, it's like if I say Aries, I'm talking about the placement of your moon. So it's designed for people that know their very specific chart reading, because that's what it's for. And you are being obnoxious. So that's going to be like a once a week. It's going to be basically like a once a week thing where I go through all 12 in like my weird reading, which is the 4-point past, present, future, and focus. And I'm also working on adding a 4th spread to my repertoire, which is based on the phases of the moon.
Excellent. 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 That's what I'm talking about. If you're an astrologer, love to have you on. I mean, I just want to be able to expand the different talents and giftings in this area that we call divination, seeing, seers, prophets, prophetesses. It's interesting how in our culture we look at such things as tarot, but yet if you study past cultures, every culture had a prophet, a prophetess, and the kings, the queens, the rulers would listen to what the prophet or prophetess had to say. And that goes for an individual or it goes for a country. So, and if you didn't check out the Steiger Perspective, you really need to check it out last night. It was probably one of the most important radio, and I've been doing this for 4 years over at Artist First. We broke listener records last night, and you really should go and listen to that, because there are some serious challenges that all of us are facing. And when I say all of us, I mean collectively. And then if we don't deal with these on a collective level, it will eventually seep into the individual level. And then you want to know why you have so many problems. It's just me. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I forgot that I got a new laptop and that I had to download the whole Zoom thing all over again. I forgot all about that. So anyway.
Yes. Remember, machine doesn't think, right? It's just this blank brain. So how are you, Nina? Good to see you.
I am excellent. Yes.
So I saw that you had some packages from Miss Marsha.
Yes, I have it sitting here. I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to do it live on the show so that everybody can see, get excited as I am. And
Cool.
yeah, so I can't wait for that. I'm going to do my first Sunday live here on Sunday. Try it out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the area? Because we don't have very many in our list, so we do have a little time. About my perspective on the gifts of divination, expanding it out from an individual to a much larger collective.
The thing about divination is that things change. And so between your free will, right? So decisions that you're making, thoughts that you're making, and then other people around you and external things. So you can do a reading today and I can be like, yeah, it's going to be like this. And then we can do it again tomorrow and it could be something else, because it's depending on something else. It's depending on what you've done, what you've said. So it's not like, for me, I don't make like huge life decisions on the tarot. You know what I mean? Like, but it is a good tool to use, definitely, and yeah, I like that, the pendulum thing that your buddy was doing there for the planets.
Yeah.
That was something else. That was something different. Yeah, that was cool.
And it's amazing here 3 years later how, hey, Jen, how you doing, dear?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry, it wouldn't let me in.
You kind of got that. But, when we did that series, so much of what was discussed from the planets has proven to be true. And that, I mean, that told me right there, we went from individuals, we went then to galactic. And look at what happened. And, I'm trying to see, if we brought others that have these other different giftings, I'd love to see it. I'm not gifted in astrology. I'm just not. Don't look for me device. I have all the tools. It's just that I know where my gifting lies. Jennifer, how you doing, hon? I think she's froze. You're
I
on.
think
I'm good. I'm good. It's this internet. I don't know. It's not doing me any favors at the moment.
It's glitchy all over the world. The matrix is going nuts.
Yeah, it is.
So we can hear you just fine. So what do you think on the
Good.
discussion?
Well, as far as it changes, as far as I could make out, 'cause I couldn't hear it all. As far as there's definitely been this sort of frequency jump change into a different reality almost. In the connection to everything, in the way that time seems to be working, that's really playing on my mind at the moment. Time just does not feel or seem the same. And I feel like that happened over the last 4 months in particular, where it feels like you've got so much time, and then where time just stops, and then you look and it's gone again. You know, it's I don't know how to explain it, but I'm definitely feeling that and picking up on that. And alongside the frequency changes that I feel, there really has been, I feel there's sort of like this separation that's been occurring over the last 18 months of consciousnesses and frequencies within those consciousness, and it's becoming starkly apparent more and more each day as we go along in this journey. So there's a lot embroiled in it for sure. I think some of it's absolutely natural and cyclical in the cycle, and I think some of it is being really messed with, and I feel like that's really dangerous, from almost colliding different worlds. And I want to say spirit world with this reality, but almost that we see it as spirit, but it's a different reality really. They probably see us as spirit, and sort of introducing those two together. That I've been feeling that a lot too.
Well, time is actually, believe it or not, in physicality of our planet, is in fact speeding up, and our days are getting shorter, literally, not because of the seasonality. This Earth is changing.
I heard that the Earth is sped up by 1 minute. And I actually heard this. There's two astrologers that I primarily jump on. There's Fiona Edger, who is, I think, she's Scottish. I think. She's really cool. And then the Leo King, and the Leo King is the one who I heard just the other day mention that, yeah, it was about a minute. Earth was spinning about a minute faster than it was. I think Nina was there, right? Weren't you? Weren't we in the same like room together? Where did I bump into you recently?
I can't remember now. Yeah, I did remember seeing you. I could have sworn
it was the Leo King. I thought it was the Leo King.
No, it wasn't Leo King. No, it was.
Leo King was talking about.
Oh, that was the BTV.
Oh, Beyond the Veil. That's
Beyond
right.
The Veil.
That's
yeah,
right.
I follow those guys. That's
yeah. Yeah. If you can get either one of those astrologers, Wayne, those are my favorite Western astrologers on the beat.
All right. Well, someone send me their information, and I will love to have them on. This is the kind of discussion because we know scientifically. Listen, the Russians are screwing with reality, the time-space continuum. Now we're finding out their experiments that they've been doing. The Chinese are doing it. And I contend we're in this freaking pinball machine, and it's driving people nuts. I mean, it really is. I mean, my wife and I were talking this morning. It doesn't feel like this is March 5th. We're still trying to figure out what happened to February. What happened to January?
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
you're so right. And the Chinese have been picking up for so long on this separation of the soul, the ship, to the being, the physical being, using frequency of the organs to propel machinery. I've remote viewed that. And I know that sounds crazy, but, you know, we are an orchestra, you know, each organ has its own frequency. I still stick to. There's going to be a lot coming out about that in the future. Batteries, basically what you can use the body for as a battery.
Well, I mean, the Gates
and
Foundation wants, Microsoft
the-
wants to make our body a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
nobody
and I think
ever
that's all
watched
helped by the research.
I mean, I talked last night about now I know about this personally, but because my company was involved in a small part of this, they're going to be rolling out these laser ID tattoos.
Mhm.
You're not even going to feel it. You will literally put your hand underneath a light.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to a cashless society, and all you got to do is scan in and out. Everything you purchase, everything is
So
Yeah.
my question, panel, because y'all are gifted. I've watched you. I mean, I've watched you over the months. And from my position, and folks, I got the list. We're going to get onto it. It's just a short list. So I think that this is an important discussion, because I look to the spiritual realm for any and all help possible, legitimate help that, where I've seen in the tarot with you three gifted individuals and Amber as well, is that I know that there is something there.
Mhm.
I mean, this is not fairy tale stuff. This isn't questionable Ouija board. No, I've seen it too many times. So that tells me we're plugged into something.
Mhm.
Now, my question is, if we're plugged into that, on the other side, it has to be able to see something much larger. Is it just that we're not asking the right question? I don't know.
Or they don't want
Always
us to
about
know
the
at this
right
time.
question.
Pardon?
Sorry, or they don't want us to know.
It's like we're a cell in a human body trying to perceive the body that we are a functioning integral part of without leaving the body to see it. Right. And because this is an etheric concept like you can't even astral project to see it because you're still on an etheric side of the connection. So that has a lot to do with it. It's just that we're understanding, we're comprehending so much of the way everything works now because of how long we've been studying energy over the 20th century and observing all of the theories and the new measurements and everything like that. It's like, we're freaking out because we're kind of seeing the machine for the first time, from the inside. And we've been having a lot of really bad experiences collectively. You look at our history and it's hard to find, pockets of humanity not going through various forms of suffering and all this thing. So we're assuming that that this machine is the prison, but the machine is really just reacting to how everybody's operating with it. There is a prison system that's on top of it. That gets into the whole way. That's the whole the forgetting part of reincarnation. That's a part of the prison. That's not natural. You're supposed to reincarnate and come back like fully conscious at a very, very early age. That's a different system that was added in because of the complications of Earth.
Lucky Stone says the problem is when they give you the true answer, they cover it with some misinformation to confuse. Yeah.
One thing
Well,
Nina said is so poignant, though, and I've noticed it in a lot of the screenplays, the scripts on the movies. There's a lot of movies, and I'm no good at remembering names or anything, that I've noticed, and the psychic thing's gone, and it's you didn't ask the right question, and that
bingo.
is so. It's not the answer that you're looking for; it's the question, because
Bingo.
there's always more questions, and the right questions gives you the answer to the next question, and I think that's what we're going through, and we've got so many bloody veils covering the questions, let alone the answers, and they're covering them within a truth and a lie. So it becomes one big ball of wool that everybody's unraveling a different part of, and it's important not to get distracted by the wrong ball of wool right now. it does feel very important not to do that right now. But the machine aspect, I've gone too far sometimes, going out there, vision quest, whatever you want to call it. And my friend's done it too, and this deafening sound that you can get to, but it's very machine-like, but almost like walking into a factory that's brewing and grinding, and it feels very coggy, you know. There's definitely that place that I've sort of seen and known I need to get out of, you know.
I hate to think that we're just
projecting
merely
myself, so that's a weird experience.
It's, you know, it's Pluto is going its merry way through Capricorn, and Saturn is in Aquarius, which, you know, rules Capricorn. So like I'm not an astrologer, but I know just enough, you know. So that has everything to do with why we're seeing the Matrix, why the Matrix is breaking down on this kind of conscious level, and why time doesn't feel right. And another funny thing to back up what Jen was saying is that, you know, the other archetype in films is the evil genius, and then the hero is going halfway through the story, and then he says, just when you think you found the answer, he changes the question, right? And so
Yeah.
it's like that.
True. Well, things are happening, I know, even individually. My wife and I experienced something last night, and then we're going to get started. Nina, we're going to do the 1, 2, 3, and then we'll get the list going. But we had a very strange experience. She was upstairs, and I was down in the kitchen getting things, and I was actually at the sink cleaning something. And I thought of what we were going to be having for dinner. She was upstairs, and I heard her say, yeah, that sounds real good. And I came back, and I went out and went to the stairs and said, what are you talking about? She said, I just heard you say, do you want, we should have this. And I said, hun, I didn't say anything. I was at the sink thinking it, but she heard it audibly.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
The dog freaked out, jumped
Wow.
up, and it, quite frankly, it startled me. I said, Lynn, I only thought that. She said, no, you don't understand. We have a pretty big master bedroom. She said, I heard you as though you were literally standing next to me. So things are happening. When I start seeing those type of events, those are glitches.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so
the blockages being taken away.
what's that?
It's like blockages being taken away at
Yes,
the same
yeah.
time. For where there was bad
Don't be
glitches, there's a lot of
sympathetic.
good blockages being lifted to take us back to where we were.
Right.
Yeah.
Sympathetic psychic connection, which is going to be very easy if you're married or related, blood relative.
Well, it was the first time we've acted out. Her and I, we exchange thoughts all the time, telepathy. We're really good at this now. We practice it. But this was the first time where I telepathically, she heard it. There's Theo, audibly. So there we go. All right, Miss Nina,
Wave.
Wow.
take it away.
Yeah.
Hey, Theo.
Go.
What weird, isn't it?
That's interesting. It's kind of like the veil is thinning, right? So
Yeah.
all of these things that we weren't able to do before, we're starting to be able to. So that is very interesting. Interesting time. It's an interesting time to be alive, to be
It
honest, right?
And it's kind of sexy, to be honest with you, when you get inside someone's head. I mean, come on, baby. Oh, Theo's there. All right, Nina,
well,
take
hopefully
it
there are good thoughts in there.
away.
But yeah.
Of course,
Gone.
of course. It's the cat in the hat all the way back.
Yeah.
1, 2 fish,
Getting
3, 4
hot in
fish.
here.
Exactly. Take it away, Nina.
All right. Well, I hope everybody's had a chance to just sit back and meditate on those numbers, 1, 2, or 3, while you have a question in mind, as we do have some answer cards here. So, yeah, I don't think I have too much. Only announcements that I have is that I'm going to be starting my Sin Day Live starting this Sunday, which I will be doing an unboxing from our very own Marsha Price. So I'm really excited about that. So hopefully you guys can tune in for that. That'll be 6 o'clock Pacific. That's like 9 o'clock Eastern on Sunday night. Okay. And I also have a new web page is up now, and I'm on Instagram, and all of those things are in the description down below. Hopefully you guys can go and check that out. And of course, if you guys want private readings, all our information is in the description. And I checked all the links today and they're all working. So yeah, thanks for that, Wayne. Anyways, if you pick number 1 this week, the answer is no. But, you know, sometimes no can be a good thing. It just means that it's not for us at this time. So just, you know, keep that in mind, keep it on the shelf maybe. But the good news is, and a reminder from the guides, abundance is your right. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. The crystal angel for number 1 this week is Aqua Aura. Healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication helps you understand and be understood. Okay, so whatever your question was, it might have something to do with the communication here. Okay, and that might be why that you got the no. So look into the communication regarding whatever it is that's going on for you there, but know that abundance is your right. Okay, so don't let anyone convince you otherwise. They're number 1. So I hope that resonates for you. If it does, leave us some feedback here. We'd love to hear back from you guys. On to number 2. And this does seem to come up a lot lately. I don't know if it's going to be an answer, but it is something that we need to keep in mind. Forgiveness. So whatever it is that's going on, whatever it is question you might have, forgiveness keeps coming up. And that's not just for someone else, that's also forgiving yourself. So keep that in mind. The guides are reminding us that calm is not a weakness. Okay, so don't let anyone tell you that. The crystal angel is watermelon tourmaline, stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need rest, recharge, and revive their number 2s. So, I mean, that probably goes for everyone, but particularly for number 2s this week, okay, try to de-stress your schedule, your mind, physically, whatever it is that you need to do, okay? And that's probably going to help you a lot. Being calm is not a weakness. As a matter of fact, this card is telling you that you need to maybe calm down a little bit, okay? And however this fits in with you, forgiveness. And don't forget about yourself there. So that is for number 2. So hopefully that resonates for you. Now on to number 3. So if you had a question this week, they're saying it's up to you. So whatever's happening there, take a look. It's up to you, okay? They're also reminding you to practice moderation, okay, which kind of goes with up to you, okay? It is up to you in that department as well. The crystal angel is opal. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So don't be shy. Just get out there. Let them see you, okay? Because you are good just the way you are, okay? But make sure you keep practice some moderation there. And whatever it is that's going on, whatever questions you have this week, it is up to you. All right, number 3. I hope that resonates for you. And yeah, give us some feedback.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of 1 bottle of scotch.
That was 3.
You know?
I know it's hard to, you know, with all that's going on.
Only
but
1 martini and, you know, that's it. We're going to cut you off. All right. Thank you, Nina. Love you. Steve, you're going to do a card for the animal spirit, right?
Yep, that's right. Animal spirit and the astro die.
Yes.
All right. So everybody, we got the air elemental spirit of the fairy wren has popped up again. Spontaneity, vibrancy, support, and the muse. Our dice are, we got Mercury in the 3rd house in Leo. So leadership stuff. And you know, 3rd house and Mercury, you know, they go well together because that's the Gemini house. So you communication, commerce, duality, all those things. And by the way, I forgot to mention, North Node is also transiting Gemini, which is kind of part of it. And you're kind of seeing two sides, the two timelines. It's like, while North Node's in Gemini, it's kind of that choosing period. Which energy are you going to resonate with? Anyway.
It's like trying to skateboard with two different skates.
Correct. That's exactly right. Which is why I've neutralized myself.
And I don't know, is there any other Geminis on this panel?
Gee, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm seeing myself.
I was gonna say.
I'm not in Gemini, but I'm not a Gemini.
Thank you, Steve. All right, so Jen, you're going to start, and so it's going to be Jen. You'll have Jargo, Steve, David Castle, and Nina Project Skyfall for the first round.
Okay, did you say Jargo?
Jargo, boots on the ground, I think is
Jargo, boots on the ground. Handy person to have around. So we've got the Queen of Cups for you, Jargo, here. Got the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So something, the Queen of Cups being your, or somebody within your life, the psychic nature, this intuition, this compassion. It's the loving, motherly, divine feminine energy. Whether it's you feeling this side of you and you're exploring this side of you, which with the Ten of Swords would mean that you've put to rest some kind of heartache from the past, maybe that affected your divine feminine, and there's like this awakening happening within you. Simultaneously, pick up on the fact that you have been around an actual female that has been really starting or is going to start to really find their stride again, really try and find themselves, find more of their true self. So be encouraging to it, as far as enjoying being feminine, enjoying having that feminine nature, rather than seeing it as a weakness because of past hurts and wounds, seeing it as an empowering thing, a beautiful thing that has a very particular essence to it, to feel powerful in the female form. It's just as it's very different and beautiful when a man feels that in the male form, but this person needs to practice that. So you could really encourage that by feeding that divine feminine with encouragement when this psychic nature and compassionate and feminine side is shown.
Let us know. Thank you, Jenny. Theo is cute, by the way. All right, Steve, David Castle.
All right, David Castle. All right, David, you've got the Six of Earth. This is giving. So the advisement is that what you have to offer, you should definitely go with that provision. And you have here, all right, so you got Ingwaj with that. This giving that you are doing is going to be very beneficial towards the development of the thing that it's about, that's going on. It's part of its process of becoming. Okay.
Wow. Thank you, Steve. Nina, Project Skyfall, and then Jen, I have Kelly for you, and then Steve K-Hip will be the next one.
All right, we got Inspire Passion, Project Skyfall. It says here, life devoid of passion can be boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reunite your passion and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. So I hope that resonates for you there.
Inspire, I love it.
Yeah.
Inspire. All right. Yes. You know, I keep on thinking of that book, the Michael Jackson thing, and It's just interesting how this. All right, Jenny, it is you with Kelly. And Candy Jam will
That
be
was
your next
amazing
one.
the other night. Had me
What's that, hon?
Candy Jam. Okay. The Michael Jackson thing that Mace made had me teared up.
Oh, we're going to continue on that because what an adventure. Wow. I
Yeah,
dreamt about it. All right,
very
Jenny.
deep, very deep.
Deep.
Okay, Kelly, so you've got the Fool card, Major Arcana. How can you get a visualization of this? It's the 0 point of a new beginning. Now, it's the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It's almost as if you've been speaking, or somebody else has been speaking, some real truths into your life, some a bit blunt, some a bit harsh, but it wound you back at this beginning again point. And this isn't to be thinking along the lines of, here I go starting again. We've sort of been indoctrinated with this starting point and only sort of winning if we're progressing on the same path, if those progressions keep happening on the same path, when life is about a fruitful, expansive tapestry of experience. So you can be having simultaneous paths at the same time, but new beginnings just mean that you take all of the old path with you, choose what you want to take forward with you, and go ahead on a new path with more tools in your belt, but not seeing it as a disappointment. Speak positivity into it, speak abundance into it, speak excitement into it. This is the Fool card. It's excited for the journey, nevertheless of the perils that might lie ahead. It's all experience, it's all awesome. So you be focused in that mindset, be like the Knight of Swords, speaking that to yourself each day, and good things will come.
Fantastic. Steve, K-Hip, Nina, Candy Jam, and then Jen, you got Big Al.
All right, K-Hip. K-Hip, you've got the Hierophant reversed. So your situation is just really tense with the sense of your harmony with the order of the situation, the way things are with the situation. This tension is kind of going through. You've got the Hagalaj here. So this is kind of a point of cleansing something out through this tension that you're having with effectively the machinations of the world.
Outstanding. Thank you, G. Nina, Candy Jam.
All right, Candy Jam. We got a card that says, take a moment. It says, stop. Now is not the time to rush into a decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act and move forward. So I'm not sure what's going on there, Candy, but take a moment.
Yes.
Let me know if that's
take in the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot. Thank you, Nina. Jen, you have Al. Steve, you got Perry, and Nina, you have Lost in Space.
Okay, Big Al. So you've got the High Priestess and the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. So the High Priestess, you've just been going on a journey, and I'm sure it was you who had said, while you're feeling restricted in physical life, make sure you're using that time to travel beyond into the hidden, and you sure have been with the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Your spirit is moving, and your spirit's moving fast and in a very balanced way, and you're just taking in this greater understanding, inner standing, overstanding of self. And you're really perceptive to what's beyond the veil right now, like really perceptive, on fire perceptive. So much so you feel like you've got so much to say and you actually don't even know where to start to verbalize it, because it's a bit like trying to explain a conspiracy theory that you've been researching for 11 years to somebody who just wants, well, how does that work then? The answer there and then, you can't give it. There's just so much here, but you'll just begin to absorb this in a way that you can start to deliver it. Now, I've kept seeing you on a journey of delivering knowledge in a greater way than you even already do to others. And you do already do, just by the slight things that you say, the truth seeps out of your words. But so I don't know where that's going to take you, or where that's going to end up, or what platform or environment that's going to be in. But there's something here for you to explore in that direction. But for now, just swim in the hidden and swim in that beyond the veil aspect of everything, because I need to talk to you when you're done, because it'll be interesting for sure.
I was resonating with that. I mean, you know, Big Al's sitting right there next to you.
Fire.
I mean, and you know, and you can see that as well. You see, this is why I love doing this. There is, yeah. Thank you, Jen. Steve, you have his partner Perry, and Nina, your next one is going to be Lucky Stone, and Nina, you have Lost in Space.
All right, Perry, you have the Two of Swords reversed. So you're pretty lost on a decision right now. You're pretty darn lost. You don't quite you can't quite get the sense of the difference between these things that you're looking at here. And let's see. And I'm getting Raido. So you need to it's interesting. You need to work with it a lot more. You need to look at all the elements of this funky thing that you're having a hard time making a decision with. And you're almost sitting down, and you've probably been trying to square peg a round hole kind of situation. And so you need to sit back and take a look at a few of the other elements, because you're coming to a point now where you just have to do it. You can't quite stay in the same place that you've been anymore. It is time to take the ride.
Perry, you've got to let us know. All right, thanks, Steve. And Steve, your next
I've just
one
heard
will
the
be
song "Hit the Road, Jack." Sorry,
I was
sorry,
saying that the other day. How odd.
I've just heard the song "Hit the Road, Jack," so I don't know if that's been coming on the radio, but that's what I heard.
Synchronicities off the chart. Nina, Lost in Space.
All right, Lost in Space. You got intuitive nudges. It says intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which helps us connect to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirits. So my guess is that you've been getting them, maybe overlooking it. So maybe just trying to pay attention to all those little intuitions that are coming in, because you know, you have it. Okay, you know. So yeah.
Go with your gut.
Yeah, go with your gut. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it odd how we as a species, we always question ourselves when ourselves are saying, here's just the thing to do, you idiot, you know?
Mm-hmm. I remember my son, when he was little, he used to say, my tummy tells me. And that was before I even knew any of this stuff, but my tummy, yeah. So he knew even as a child that my tummy is telling me this. So, you know, and of course, other people would just, oh, you're just a kid. What do you know? Right. But yeah, no, there's, yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Go with your gut.
Go with your tummy,
that's where
man.
that comes from. Go with your gut.
That's the lower self, the tripartite soul, and the three lower chakras are connected, you know, to that sympathetically.
Oh, how we forget getting old. All right. Thank you. Jen, you got Lucky Stone, Steve, Robert V, and Nina, Rob G.
Okay, lucky stone. So you've got the Ace of Swords. I can't quite get the light on it, but it's a sword. And it's basically there's been a great clarity that's been brought to you. I feel like it's taken quite a bit of strength for you to see this. Maybe it's a perspective that you've avoided taking in. But again, this is all about wisdom and balance. And this clarity might have come with some kind of disappointment in something or someone or many things and many ones, it comes with, you've had this amazing ability to be able to even see two sides of the story, and balance that out. I see you as the sword here, and the two wings on the butterfly at the top is the two sides of the story. And although it might not be the most comfortable space, because clarity can, especially right now, come with a price, you know, to see the truth behind things. And so this clarity took a lot of strength, and so it's total kudos to you. Keep this space, don't be afraid of this space, embrace this space. The more that you envelop yourself in this space, the better and better at it you're going to become. And I think it's a gift and something that you need going forward for whatever reason that's going to unravel itself to be. This is good practice.
Far out. Thank you, Jenny. Steve, Robert V, and Jenny, you'll have Thought Traveler will be your next one.
Robert V.
Robert V is in the house.
All right. Robert, I got for you the Knight of Bows reversed, which is the fox. All right. So this is the Champion of the Passion reversed. You're losing you're losing more of a flair for what's been driving you than you want to admit. It's not quite there for you anymore. And let's see. And wow, yeah, okay, so I got Tiwaj reversed, so that's kind of a double confirmation. That's funny. Jen's chair looks like a Tiwaj with 3 going down instead of 1. That's Tiwaj. Yeah, so that's Tiwaj reversed. So that's, Tiwaj is about the truth, life, purpose, justice. So yeah, this matter that's concerning you, you're in the wrong direction and you know it, which is why your passion is not there for it, and it's rejecting it. So it's more of an introspective time for you to look deep into your emotions and into parts of your interest that are beyond where you've looked before. You got to dig a little bit deeper to find the new path for you.
Fantastic. Robert, I had you right in my mental third eye there while he was seeing that. Robert, I mean, check out his show, folks, on Saturday night. Thank you, Steve. Nina, you got Rob G, then Jen, Thought Traveler, and Emperor Rex. Steve will be yours. Next one. Emperor Rex.
All right. Well, before I get on the card, I just want to say if I get cut off at all, we're experiencing a windstorm here all of a sudden. So if I get cut off, that's why. Anyways,
high winds lately.
Sorry?
Been a lot of high winds lately down here northeast too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, heavy winds.
Oh. It's just blowing here. But anyways, Rob, you got Animal Kingdom. So it says, animals of all types are extraordinary creatures of miraculous gifts to us. They are our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. So I'm sure if you have pets, you already know this. If you don't have pets, this might actually be something that you might want to look into. surround yourself with animals. You know, they are extraordinary. And yeah, so best of luck to you there, Rob.
Let us know, Rob.
Mm.
I got Riders in the Storm. I mean, you know, Riders on the Storm. Anyway, let the block. Okay. Jen, a Thought Traveler, Steve, Emperor Rex, and then Nina, Alien Believer.
Okay, so is it me? Yep. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
It's the Knight of Wands for you, Thought Traveler, and so this really speaks of the name you hang on here on YouTube. The Knight of Wands being flexible, mutable. It made me laugh. I was fire dancing last night and watching the flames and the wind and the movement of them. You're very much in flow, and this is really connected to your Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You found this excitement with what's going on right now, and this is truly, you know, if we could all be there in this space of excitement and watching the unraveling of your own journey and the journey of others around you, it's a very good place to be, and please don't change that. You are the knight, you feel like you're on this mission, but it's for your own holy grail, and with that you're coming across all sorts of other exciting bits of knowledge and expansion of your own journey. So this is just, you know, you're on an awesome ride, and you know, I'd buddy up with you in the car. It's going to be good, and keep going the way you are.
Fantastic. Far out. All right, thank you, Jen.
Pretty
and you,
cool.
Jenny, it is pretty cool. Jen, you'll have Brittany as your next one. So Steve, Emperor Rex, and then Nina, Alien Believer.
Okay.
All right, Emperor Rex. Emperor Rex, you've got the Chariot here, right? So you're feeling extraordinarily well accomplished and recognized. Now, however, and this was really interesting, you have Raido popping up reversed. So your Chariot, you know, you're on this parade, you're on this accolade, but at the same time, it's kind of not moving. At the same time, it's almost like it's a celebration, but you almost don't want to admit that it's like a stagnant situation at the same time, that requires a sense of change. So reassess the availabilities and the resources around you, and put new application into changing this whole thing in general, while you're still taking these rounds in the Chariot.
Love those chariots. And it was Twilight Traveler. I said thought, but anyway, Jen did a great job on that. Thank you, Steve. Nina, Alien.
Stays the same.
it came out just the way it was supposed to. So, Nina, Alien Believer.
All right, Alien Believers, we got support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So, there's a season and a reason for everyone to come in and go. So there maybe some people are coming and going in your life, and this is just kind of a reminder on that, to not take it personally too. It's one of those things.
As you know, as Frank said, ships in the night.
Yeah.
By each other.
Right.
Get those moonlight nights there, huh? Speaking of moonlight, Jenny, you're up with Brittany.
Dancing in the Moonlight, that's the song. So,
it is. I love that song, by the way.
Isn't it? It's cool.
Yeah.
So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting some aces tonight. So the Ace of Pentacles for you, Brittany. And so this is where it's taking action in your own reality, and if you're creating an opportunity and abundance, and it hasn't come without sacrifice. There's been extreme amount of mental strain leading up to this. There's been an extreme amount of flexing of the wisdom that you have, and that being outside of even your comfort box. It feels like you've had to push certain parts of your reality away in order to create this opportunity, and I think that's in people, and that makes sense. You know, you need to be around like frequency people, like-minded people, like frequency people, for your journey forward. And so there's good things to come. Take time to meditate for sure. You'll get some real good downloads during your meditation. When you're focused on this boots on the ground juggle and getting it done kind of energy, make sure you don't sacrifice too much of your mental energy that you get yourself drained. So make sure you're switching down with that meditation and focusing in, and thinking with a little bit more than just the mind.
Thank you. Love this. Well, folks, I don't have anyone else on the list, so I'm assuming. Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it? And everything is kind of weird. I mean, even the way I'm glitching on what I'm seeing being replayed, it's glitchy. It's strange.
Yeah, mine's real glitchy.
Hey Wayne. Okay, if I get stoned, I don't know the elderberry. You can do anything you want to. And everyone I've seen so far has said that we were absolutely spot on. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Y'all are really, really the best. And we're going to continue to do this on Friday, folks. I mean, listen, you think we're going to let this talent just go away? Y'all need to support these people. Make sure you subscribe and, you know, bake them a dinner or something, you know, which in other words is saying, send them $5, you know. Now, if you can eat for $5, you're doing pretty good. So, you know. And if you really feel generous, maybe give them a turkey sandwich. That would be $10. So that would be a good thing. And then if you really want to give them a steak dinner, well, just go crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Cook as much as you like.
Exactly. I mean, if you know, plant a seed. Willow Dreams says, can I get a card? Why, sure you can. Who wants to do a card for Willow? Nina?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and get one for Willow.
I might pick one for her.
Willow Dreams.
Willow Dreams.
And then Wendy Johnson wants one. So, Steve, I'll let you have that. Who's the next one? Because we got to give Jen one. So, come on, folks. All right, go ahead and go with it, Nina.
Willow, we got A Mother's Love.
Ooh.
Interesting. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So if your mother has passed, and this is, you know, a message from above, if she hasn't, you know, it's a reminder to, you know, keep in touch with your parents, you know, with your mother, and enjoy whatever time that you have, because we never know when it's going to be gone. So
spot on for that. Wow. Steve, Wendy, and then Jen, I got you one. Flight risk.
All right, Wendy.
We're monitoring her, but anyway.
All right.
Did y'all get that? I thought it was rather cute.
Yeah, it's Friday, right?
Wendy, you've got the Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. So, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. That's a very important thing that's coming through to me right now, is that it's a really bad idea. And we got Yera. So, Yera is about cooperation over time. It basically represents roughly the expression of a year, several months kind of thing, years, gears. So either you've been experiencing something for quite a while that is now becoming very clear to you that it's time to know that it's a bad idea, or it's letting you know that you're about to get into a bad idea that's going to last you for a while. So don't do it.
Don't go there, man. Just don't do it. Thank you. Jen, I have flight risk, and then Nina, I have Barry, and then Steve, Gaia, and then I have one more for you after that, Jennifer. So flight risk.
Okay, so flight risk, you've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So Steve pulls out a reverse, and my reverse comes out too. This is gnarly, which means nasty energy. In the Queen of Swords in the upright takes no prisoners, but in a very balanced and intellectual way. Queen of Swords in reverse is a ouch, she's a harsh maiden. And so it feels like this has affected your earth reality, or your pentacles, your money, or you have an energy that's trying to do this. Think of narcissism. It feels like you're going to get some kind of, or some level of justice, but it takes, to deal with this kind of energy, is that you just don't deal with this kind of energy. You need to shut the doors, shut the windows, not a crack, not a sneak, for this energy to get in, because it takes no prisoners, and it's unpredictable as far as I'm feeling.
As the song would
It's a flight
say,
risk.
just walk on by.
Do.
See, you got it. Uh-huh. We be talking. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Nina, Barry, and then Steve, I have Gaia, and then Jen, we'll close it out. You'll have Deborah.
All right. We got let go. So it says, once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only the best intentions at heart, and will do everything in our power to protect you. Okay, so letting go of the outcome is the key there. Resonates for you?
Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hankering for a donut. Yeah, I'm just,
The sugar, yeah, the sugar.
Well,
is
I think a cherry donut would be pretty cool, with chocolate, Anyway, Steve, Gaia.
Must be lunchtime.
Okay, Gaia. Hold on one second, because he's right on top of my computer monitor, and he's got sharp claws. Come here, you, get off of that. Get off of that. Over there.
That's what you would call a deep claw massage.
Last thing I needed him to do was to scratch up my 720p computer monitor by accident. All right, Gaia, you've got the Five of Swords. So yeah, there's some some hurtful words have been had between you and another, and you're not you're not feeling too good about the whole thing, and feeling a bit vulnerable right now. We have algaes. So the little fight that you had, it's really brought you to a place of doubting yourself a great deal. So you're just going into a place of kind of reevaluating, reaffirming your identity to get back your strength and mental fortitude.
Well, really let us know on that one. I'd be curious. All right, Jen, you're going to close us out with Miss Deborah Truax. And Gaia said exactly. So spot on, my friend. Okay. All right, Jen, you have the floor, my dear.
So I've shuffled these cards and read them, but Deborah, you get exactly the same cards as Big Al. The High Priestess came out, and then this, after another 2 shuffles, fell out with it, like alongside it, the chariot, which is exactly what Big Al got. And so there's just, I hear your words, Deborah, in the comments on my videos, and you've just got this great way of bringing things that are hard to perceive and hard to conceive, ideas, ideals, and you've got this really great motherly way of putting them into context within either a personal story of your own, or literally telling a story, depicting what I've said, but in a way that is so transmutable to people, that is so, and that this is a true gift. And so it's great that you're in this middle space, this veiled space of being able to see what is beyond and bringing it down to grassroots level. And you're just a gift to have around. You're a gift to the people who come into contact with you, and the great understanding and understanding that you have for others and situations, and this real lack of judgment, just observation, it's just a bit of an overwhelming and a beautiful thing. And I just think you're pretty damn awesome, that you can fill this space, and you do it so beautifully and in such a feminine way. It really is a beautiful power that you have right now. You're really flexing that power for sure. So
Deborah's got one of those things. I can pick up on her energy when she's just spot on. We got some very beautiful people here. Well, folks, it looks like we did it again. I think we hit it out of the park. So there we go. That's all I can say. We did a great job. Folks, the panel will be back next week. We're going to expand it. We'll get other guests to come on, and, we'll explore this out. I really am excited about this. You have to have a sense of expectation in order for something to happen. And I've got an expectation. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
I've got high expectations.
I got higher.
Higher
and higher.
higher.
I got busted a testicle, but anyway, we go on. Just kidding. I can really get up there. Well, we're going to be going out, but Nina, pull a card for Valerie Smith.
Valerie.
Tried to get everybody happy here, so.
And I was going to say, it'd be cool to try out the rods too, to ask questions.
I'll get these warmed up. Actually, I'm pretty good with these. I just don't.
Oh, you got some too. Cool. Okay.
Oh, I love the rods.
Yep, there they are. So,
Okay.
yeah. They. You ever
Well,
had
it's funny because
go ahead.
The last card that I got here is called Just Ask. I think that was the information there. It says here, there are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are a spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for help and guidance. So that is a reminder for you there, and also for us to just ask the rods.
All right, so next week we'll put a question or two to the rods. So how's that?
There you go.
So the host will become the most of the of the coast.
There you go. Yeah.
The panel. The hostess with the host with the mostest.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Much love to all of you.
You can be what you like now, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Steve, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Jenny. Thanks you, group. Love y'all. Y'all are just the best. We'll see you on Monday. Yeah, we're going to see money. Yeah, there's something's coming out. There we go. We'll see you on Monday. Jenny is moving awfully slow today. Well, yes, she is. She's got that slow move going. Jenny, you're freezing up a lot. That's what we're saying. But you got a beautiful smile. I mean,
audio's good though, so that's good.
The audio's great.
Yeah.
I mean, at least her freeze up isn't one of those weird looks. Like you got that real strange thing. Right. Like, what the hell happened to her? All right, everybody. We'll see.